starting in Tadasana, right where you left off. Hands to heart. We're going to move through Shiva Namaskar. Work into the hips a little bit here. Inhale the arms up, look up. Exhale and fold all the way in. Inhale to lift halfway, chest moves forward. Plant your hands on your mat, back to plank. What do you guys think of this beach setup? You like it? I moved out of the sun, it was getting hot. From there, either knees, shin and chest, or chaturanga, making sure you're not arching in the low back. Inhale to up dog or cobra, and then exhale back. Downward facing dog. Right away, we're gonna go into warrior one. So you're gonna pivot your right foot 45 degrees, step your left foot to the top of your mat. So finding your balance here, we're gonna inhale all the way up, warrior one. Really strong and straight right leg pressing into the outer edge and heel of your right foot. Relax your shoulders down, trying to bend deeply here into the left leg, but still no arch in the low back. Tuck the tailbone in. Maybe eventually the palms come together, but either way, you're gonna look up towards your fingertips. From there, exhale and open up, warrior two. You're gonna adjust your feet so that your left heel intersects your right arch. I know you guys are behind me now, but making sure, just like triangle, left heel intersects the right arch, pressing into the outer edge and heel of your right foot, bending into your left knee. Also making sure here, the knee is stacked right over your ankle, so it's not rolling in. If it's rolling in, see if you can open up the left hip, reaching your two arms apart, relax the shoulders, and then we're gonna go into extended side angle. You can either come forearm to the thigh, or maybe reaching all the way down towards your mat as your right arm reaches all the way over the top of your head, still pressing into the outer edge and heel of your right foot. So again, maybe you're here, but not putting too much weight onto the thigh, using the strength of your legs and core to hold you here. Good. From there, both hands down to the ground. You're going to gently bring your right knee underneath the right hip, toes tucked. From there, come on up. Left hand on your low back, reach your right arm up, pinky turns in, and then exhale and revolve. We're going into a prayer twist here. So hands to heart, looking up over your left shoulder. Focusing on your breath. Keep breathing. Again, really rolling that left shoulder back and down. Good. Exhale, looking down at your big toe. Then we're going to inhale up and around, warrior two. And then cartwheeling both hands inside the left foot, coming up onto your right toes for lizard pose here. So maybe staying high on the toes, nice strong right leg, or maybe coming down onto the knee, untucking the toes, working into the hips here. Maybe eventually you come down to the forearms, but notice here I'm not rounding in, still keeping the chest moving forward. Another option here that I really like is to turn your right hand out 90 degrees outside of your mat, rolling onto the outer edge of your left foot. Notice here, my toes are flexing back towards my face. And then you're gonna reach and see if you can grab for the right ankle, and then look over your left shoulder. Again, you could stay in any of these variations I'm showing right now. If you're a little more advanced, you can work into an arm balance here. Really fun, Eka Pada Kunanyasana 2. So if this is something you've always wanted to learn, start with the basics. First things first, you're going to work your left shoulder underneath your left knee. And notice here, I actually press my hips back so I can really get under there. Then planting your two hands, you're gonna tuck the right toes again, straighten the right leg, shifting forward, and you're gonna try to lift up this left leg as you bend the elbows, but keep your elbows close to your sides. See if you can lift the right leg up. Good. So if you didn't get that, just work here first. Again, maybe you're still here working into the hips, just breathing. Wherever you're at, just showing variations for all levels here. So if you want to play around with a few of those things here, feel free to do it. I always do. It's really fun. Fun times. So from there, we're going to go into half split or full splits. I'm going to show both. So to start half split, you're going to tuck the right toes behind you and straighten your left leg, walking your hands back, maybe coming all the way back up. So here, really flexing your left foot towards your face. Left leg is really, really straight here. Lifting the kneecap, flexing the quadricep helps you to lengthen the hamstring. And then you can take your hands to your hips. Also helps if you have blocks or maybe books at home. You can place your 2 blocks on both sides of your left legs and then leaning forward with the chest, maybe coming to your blocks, or if you can, coming all the way to your fingertips. Notice here again, I'm not rounding in. Nice, straight back, pulling the shoulder blades together. Left foot is nice and strong, flexing back towards your face, maybe even spreading your toes out here. And then if you want to work on full split, again, it really helps if you have blocks, if you're just starting to work into it. So bending the left knee, and you're going to start to walk the right foot back. Keeping a bend in your left knee, using your 2 blocks to help you keep your chest upright. And once you work your hips all the way to the ground, that's when you can straighten the left leg. So that just helps protect your hamstring. A lot of people tear their hamstring. I've actually done it in splits because you go too deep too fast. So I really want you to take your time here, focus on your breath. Good. Then from there, we're just gonna go straight back to down dog. I'm getting sand all over my map. So back to down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then we're gonna do the other side. So right away, left foot pivots 45 degrees, right foot steps, top of your mat, inhale your way up. Warrior 1, again, getting this left hip, even left shoulder around, maybe the palms to come together, pressing into the outer edge and heel of your left foot. If you're doing this in sand like me, it's like extra challenge. And then open up, Warrior 2. Again, pressing into the outer edge and heel of your left foot, bending into your right knee, but making sure that the knee is not rolling in. Open it up, reach your 2 arms apart, relax your shoulders. Then again, we're going into extended side angle, bending and coming onto the forearm, reaching the left arm over your head, or maybe working all the way down towards your mat. Left leg is still strong. Keep breathing, open up the left side. Oh, it feels so good. And then coming, rotating both hands to the ground, gently bring your left knee underneath the left hip, toes tucked. And come on up. Going into that prayer twist. Left arm reaches up, pinky turns in, big inhale, and then exhale and revolve. Hands to heart, really rolling the right shoulder back and down, looking over your right shoulder. Keep breathing. This is so good for your spine and for digestion. Twists are really great. Moving your internal organs around. I know that sounds weird, but it really does help with digestion. Good, then exhale, look down at your big toe, and inhale, up and around, Warrior 2. Reaching your 2 arms apart, and then again, we're gonna cartwheel both hands inside the right foot, and coming high onto the left toes, lizard pose. So here, I want you to do whatever you did on the other side. If you came down onto the knee and tucking the toes, working into the hips this way, maybe coming down to the forearms, or the other variation I showed, go through them again. So you can stay at any of these again. Turning the left hand out 90 degrees, rolling onto the outer edge of the right foot, reaching back, grabbing for your left ankle. I've got an ant on me. Let's save him. Okay, there he goes. Really squeezing your shoulder blades together here. Or maybe trying to work on Ekapada Kunanyasana, arm balance here. So working the right shoulder underneath the right leg. Notice again, I press my hips back to really get that shoulder underneath. Planting my 2 hands about shoulder distance apart. Squeezing, hugging the triceps in toward one another. Then lift the left leg up, shifting forward as you bend the elbows. It's like chaturanga. And then coming back. Good. Just a few more breaths here. Inhalation, exhalation through your nose. Good, then half or full split. If you're going into half, straightening the right leg, flexing the right foot back towards your face, hinging at the hips, leading with your chest. Again, you could have blocks or books here. And then again, if you want to work on full split, bend the right knee, walk the left foot back. And again, you're not going to straighten this right leg until you've opened up your hips enough to get them all the way to the ground. So notice here, my hips are already at the ground, but I still have my knee bent. That's when you can start to straighten the leg. Notice here, I'm really upright as well. So if you're still working into it, let me get myself back up here. You can, again, use those 2 blocks to keep your chest upright, because I don't want you here, I want you here. Or maybe just working on a half split for now. Good. And then straight back, downward facing dog.